What's the next? I mean, you're 30.
30. Yeah.
30 on the dot.
Yeah.
How do you set goals for yourself? What do you hope Francis Ellis comedy?
Dude,
Are you at 5-10 years down the line?
It's a great question. I used to.
Not anymore.
To set goals for myself. And then I would set goals for the upcoming year, and I would never hit them. And the problem was something else good would happen, but I couldn't celebrate it as much because it wasn't the thing that I had written out that I had hoped to achieve that year. And so these great serendipitous openings and these opportunities that present themselves all of a sudden lose their luster because it's not on this fucking vision board that you made on December 31st of the year before, right? So I kind of stopped doing that. And if I'm being honest, I'm trying to take a little bit more of a in-the-moment approach to evaluating my career. And right now, I am making a very good salary. I get to work from home. I get to write whatever I want. I like the people I work for. I have good health care. My road dates, a lot of my club dates, some of them sell out. Some of them I sell very well. And that's pretty damn good. I was saying this to myself the other day, like, you know, not to be too weird and on the nose, but I make more than over $150,000 a year to be a comedian.
Wow.
In New York City. If you had told me 6 years ago that that's where I would be here today, I would have thought that was true success.
Wow.
And so I have no complaints. Yeah, obviously you want to keep growing for sure. You know, I used to think like, well, I want to play theaters and I want a late night spot. I want to get past the cellar. And, you know, sure, I hope those things happen. Absolutely. But I don't know when or if they ever will. And for right now, where I'm at is, you know, it took me getting fired to have that perspective for sure.
Yeah, that was the one thing that I'm glad you brought that up. How did, you know, your experience at Barstool and I mean, there was, I don't want to say like public, I mean, yeah, it was public scrutiny at times. You know, how does that influence you as a comedian and in your writing and what you're willing to touch on, maybe sometimes willing not to touch on? Like, how does that influence you, you know, in your current day brand of comedy?
Well, I think it's just a matter of forcing myself to be a little smarter. You know, I think that even you can touch on these hot button topics as long as you're very thoughtful and articulate about your position, because it's hard for somebody to get really angry and reactive about a brilliantly written and presented point of view.